Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Pastor Eric, and as you all know, I'm a content strategist, content creator, brand analyst, brand connoisseur, creative director, actor, actress, activist, minister, president, ruler, savior of the world. Welcome guys to Unpack with Paz. Yes, the single edition where I just talk about different topics that pique my interest. And today is not just a topic that has piqued my interest, it is actually a topic that I have firsthand experienced. And if it was just once, I'll be like, okay, probably once is not enough frequency for you to say it has happened to many people before. But it has happened to me at different times in different ways. But aside it just happening to me, I've also reached out to other people who it has happened to or who work in the same field that I work in. And it has been confirmed that this is a thing that apparently we content creators most especially experience. And even though the topic today doesn't have like a particular title, I'm calling it the fears of dating a content creator, especially one that has a good number of following. And the truth is, people have a lot of fears when it comes to dating a content creator. But there are three particular ones that I have encountered in my life. I have my fears lined up, yeah, but I want to save the one that I encountered the most often as last. And I would bring it back up. Let's start with the second one that I slated. I will never be enough. This is when a partner feels like because you get a lot of love, traction, views, listeners, and numbers from the fact that you create content and you post it online. And naturally, as it is, you would be happy that you are getting this because you are putting the effort into trying to grow your account. However, certain romantic partners can feel a little bit threatened at the fact that you get so much numbers and they feel like they are competing with you for your attention and for your love. This type of fear usually stems from someone who is very insecure. If you feel very secured in who it is that you are, how you love, how you express the things that you feel, and how you communicate, and you trust the person that you are with to an extent, regardless of the love that they get online, regardless of the traction that they receive, the engagement that they receive, you know for a fact that this is honestly just social media. And when people say this is just social media, it's as if, oh, we don't take this seriously. We do take it seriously. But at the end of the day, it is just social media. It doesn't translate to genuine love and affection per se. Yes, most of your followers, most of your engaged audiences actually like you. But the thing about social media is that it is very curated. And even as someone who posts very frequently on multiple platforms, I cannot say anybody who follows me simply on social media alone knows me thoroughly enough to claim that they love me. Even though we count engagement and traction as social media love and like, I cannot categorically say that just from experiencing me online, a person can claim that they fully love me. And that is as a result of the fact that social media is highly curated. People see the content that I want them to see, people engage in what I want them to engage. And even if they don't know it, there is a lot of marketing that goes into it to bring about this engagement, which is totally different from the grounds of a romantic relationship. You are trying, and this is me thinking everyone is moving, generalizing that everyone is moving genuinely and looking for most likely the same thing, which is love, respect, affection, and consistency. If you go off of the fact that somebody is receiving love online for their content and then run with the mindset that, oh, just because they're receiving this love, they probably don't want my love, it's totally different ground because life in real life, in person, is hardly curated. It can be, but especially in the pursuit of romantic affection, a lot of people want somebody who would choose them and want to be with them out of their own free will. Part of letting someone love you out of their own free will is presenting yourself as you are fully. I mean, there are times you hold back because certain relationships require certain levels of vulnerability, but you are still being yourself. There are no cuts, there are no edits. You are just happening in real time and they are experiencing you. If you're experiencing your partner as a partner dating somebody who is a content creator, and if you are somebody who especially pays attention to the content that your partner creates, you would notice and see that a lot of work is put into curating this content to be palatable for the audience that they have grown online. But you see the person creating this content. You hang out, you sleep next to, you sleep with, you are always around this person who is curating and creating this content for their audience. Do they always seem like their content? Not even that do they always seem like their content, but are they always prim, proper, exactly how they want to be presented online? Is that the way they are? No. Aside from that, that would not be normal. That also would prove to you that you're not dating somebody who is authentic. And I don't think anybody wants to be around somebody who is not authentic. So the fear that the love that they are getting online is going to make them need your romantic love less is deeply rooted in an insecurity that can only be worked on by you, the partner of the content creator. Because don't expect them to lessen themselves, become smaller, and stop posting as often as they do online just because you are not secure or happy about the fact that they are getting traction for the work that they are putting in. That means you're not a partner who wants to see them grow. And there's only one advice I have for people who are partnered with people who don't want to see them grow. But one thing about me is that when I encounter someone like this, for the first few times that this might be brought up, I will try and over communicate. One thing about me is I understand that we are not always in the same space. I have existed on social media since 2004. I opened Facebook the year Facebook opened. And it wasn't even Facebook, I think I started with 2Go or something like that. I don't really know. But being in this social media space, one thing that it has taught me is that my content is my content. But the people around me aren't necessarily content, even though the experiences that I have with the people around me can influence the content that I make. But one thing I like to do is over communicate to people, because not a lot of people join social media at the same time that you do. And if you're with a partner who is relatively not new to social media, but is kind of insecure about the traction that you are getting, it's very possible that they do not understand the social media space and how creators perceive and take in what they get from social media. You might think the love and the support and the audience can compare to your romantic love and affection, but you are not their content. You are their lover. You are their partner. You are part of their support system. And because of that, you are also not just a source of traction to them. You are more than that. So one thing I like to do is over communicate. And one thing I definitely over communicate is that they are not my content. They are my person. And if that's not enough for you, then I'm pretty sure you all know what my next thought would be. The second fear that I want to talk about today is, what if you leave me for the fame, the opportunities, and whatnot? And I feel like it's very normal for humans to have genuine fears like this. This can be a genuine fear. Sometimes when you grow in life and you attain certain levels or you grow more, you start to outgrow the people that you used to be around. Or you can outgrow a space, you can outgrow a workplace, you can outgrow a habit, and you can outgrow people. It's a very valid fear. I like to see it this way. It also shows that they do want to be in your life and do not want to be thrown to the dust. And this is a fear that I have seen very prevalent in a lot of the people that I have spoken to, because I know a bunch of successful content creators, and something they will tell you that they've actually experienced is somebody telling them that, oh, this new brand deal or this new brand trip is taking you away from me, and before you know, you won't have my time again. But just because somebody is working doesn't mean they can't make time for you. And if it's a partner that definitely loves you, you would be so involved in their life that you would know what their schedule is like. And you will know that they are not simply not spending time with you because they don't want to, but because they have work to do. And then when they don't have work to do, they have time for you. But the thing about life is, growth is scary. You have to understand, growth is scary, both for you, that is the partner of the content creator, and even the content creator. There were times when my video blew up and was posted by that blog that everybody hates in Nigeria, and I was scared. I legit was scared because people were calling me, blowing up my line, texting me on Facebook. Nobody texted me on Facebook on some, oh, we saw your video on Insta blog, you're big now, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like scary. I can get to that even from a vicarious point. It is scary to witness that happen to a person, especially if it's somebody that you love. But one way I use to curb this or control this feeling is I involve you in my life. It might be slowly, but I will involve you in my life. Once I know I'm partnered up with a person romantically, I'm telling you about the brand trips that I'm about to go to. I'm telling you about the brand deals that I'm about to sign. I'm telling you about the people that reached out to me that I refused to do anything with. I'm telling you about my posting schedule, my posting cadence. There was a time I was spending some time with this romantic interest, and they were telling me how they've noticed the cadence and pattern of my posting. And I genuinely was shocked because they were so on point. And I feel like that is an extra point to this conversation. If they are trying to involve you in their life, one thing you have to also do is show that you want to be involved in their life by paying attention to the things that matter to them. A lot of content creators, because of the fact that they pay so much attention to detail, have realized that not a lot of people pay attention to detail like them. And if you want to show as a partner of a content creator that does not want to be thrown away from their life simply because of the newfound heights that they have attained, you have to show that you want to be involved in their life. And how do you do that? By paying attention to the things that matter to them. That is how I curb this feeling, by involving you and paying attention to see if you genuinely want to be here or if you don't. And if you don't, we move accordingly. All right, so the third and final fear that I want to talk about, which is one that I have experienced multiple times, is, am I going to end up on the internet? I kid you not, one of the quickest ways to get me pissed is to open your mouth and say, let TikTok not hear it. I feel like, especially because I'm the type of content creator that creates based off of life experiences, from relationships to work, I like to make content that is very emotional based but also very aware. So that means paying attention to a couple of things. And one thing I get because of the fact that I create this type of content is the reason why I don't want to talk to you, the reason why I was afraid to text you, the reason why I was afraid to link up or even meet you is because you're such a social media person and you have so much of a following. I'm afraid that maybe if I do something wrong to end up on social media. And I would say this, it's a very valid fear, but I think it also has to do with you understanding what a person's content is like and about, and how whatever it is that you're gonna do or might do would fit into that. One thing I tell people is that if you pay attention to my content, there is always a lesson to be learned. If I'm making a piece of content, one question I ask myself is, what do I want the audience to take away from this? Because honestly, it moves from just being about me to being about me and the audience. Like, I'm the one creating the content, yes, but I'm not the one that's going to consume it. And if people are going to consume my content, I want them to be able to learn something. So even if I present a real life situation that has happened before on social media, it's going to be because I feel like people can learn or relate to that video. So one thing about this particular fear of will I end up on the internet is very much pointing out that not everything is content. And there are fights, battles, and things that have happened to me that you would never see me talk about on social media. My friends know about it, my people know about it, but people on social media don't know about it simply because not everything is content. And I also had a very big problem with people saying, let me not talk now so you will not put me on social media, because it's giving like you want to do something, or you feel like in the long run you're going to do something and it's going to be content creation worthy, but because you don't want it to be, or because you want to secure your ego and yourself and protect your image, you simply say that. But then it's telling on yourself. Even if content is made about you, you won't die, but at least be a good person. You can't be, I'm scared, I don't want to end up on social media, only for you to do the thing that is what them turning on their camera to talk about. Another thing that I feel like a lot of content creators will relate to is when you are trying to just make a nice snap or a nice video with your partner, and then you get, don't post that, I don't want too much attention. Do you know that once I take a video of both of us and you open your mouth and say, don't post that, I don't want too much attention, you are never seeing my social media. Like, social media is not even going to know that I know you. Once you say, I don't want you to post that on social media, no problem. But I'm not going to post anything about you again, especially if you're a romantic interest. Nothing about you is going on my social media. So one way I handle this fear, and I've even learned better to handle this fear, is by establishing boundaries. I'm creating this for them. This one that I'm making, this snap, this post that I'm about to put on my story is for me and you. There are particular things that shouldn't go on social media, and trust me, content creators know. If there's anything, we have a sense of discernment to know this is for social media and this is. It's very good to establish boundaries, especially if you're someone who has a large following, and to an extent, that following can become toxic every now and then. You will want to protect the people in your life. So it's understandable for you to not want to post the people that you are in love with, and you not posting them does not mean you don't like them. It just shows that you are trying to protect them because this part of your life is very important to you. So let's just quickly go over the things that we've learned in this video. Number one, dating a content creator or even being a content creator means that when you are dating someone, you most likely have to over communicate. And over communication should be on both sides, just so understanding is well established. Two, you have to date someone that feels secure in themselves, what they do, who they are. Otherwise, their insecurity will rub off on you, and you wouldn't want that. Three, privacy is a love language. Not everything has to be on social media. Not everything has to be posted. That's honestly why the close friends feature was added, to give even creators a sense of privacy, because privacy is what? A love language, exactly. But overall, I want you to understand that your partner would not be afraid of your greatness, especially if you're a content creator. And as a partner, you shouldn't be afraid of your partner's greatness. You should instead help them grow more. Not you cowering and saying, oh, your light is too bright, it's blinding me. But if that is how you feel, please leave them alone. If you're with somebody who feels like this about you as a content creator, please leave them alone. You should carry yourself to someone who can see you and not feel intimidated by you or what you do or who you are. Anyway, guys, that brings us to the end of today's Unpack with Paz, and we were talking about the fears of dating a content creator or the fears of being a content creator in the dating world. If you're someone who is dating a content creator, please drop questions or valuable advice for anyone out there who is also doing the same. And I would like to leave this message particularly for my content creator brothers and sisters, days and thems. Fame doesn't make dating harder. It makes dating more intentional. Sit with that. Let it marinate in your brain. You know, that will be all, guys. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next Unpack with Paz. Bye, guys.